The 5-digit number xx4xy is exactly divisible by 165. What is the value of x plus y? So you see, if we look at this number 165, and we try to think of the factors of 165, not the prime factors, just factors and overall total factors, we see that, well, 5 is definitely a factor of 165 because it ends in 5, so 5 is a factor. Then 15 would be a factor, is it? Yes, 15 is. In fact, we see 11 times 15 is 165. And this is the most important thing. We need to answer this question because if it is a, if it is, I mean, since it is, or rather I should say, since 165 is, in the units place you have a 5, so therefore whatever number you multiply 165 with, it would always end in a 5 or a 0. So the digit y is either a 5 or a 0. Okay, so y we know, sort of, we have guessed whether it's a 5 or a 0. What about all these x's? What do we do? How do we find that out? So the clue lies in this 11. Now, because 165 is a multiple of 11, so therefore xx4 xy, this number, is also a multiple of 11. So if it is a multiple of 11, it is divisible. It has to be completely divisible by 11. So we apply the divisibility rule for 11. Now, how do I do it? So if I think you know how to do it, but I will just, um, be a little, do a little kind of a silly multiplication with 11 to help me do it. So if I were to take a 4-digit number, because this is a 5-digit number, so if I were to take any 4-digit number, like 4, 3, 2, 1, and if I were to multiply it with 11, I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be 1, 3, 5, 7, 4. And what we see is, if you add up the alternate digits of 4 plus 5 plus 1, that would equal, so if I write 4 plus 5 plus 1 equals 7 plus 3. So we apply the same rule here, adding up the alternate digits. So if is also if so xx4xy is divisible by 11, and therefore what we can write is x plus 4 plus y equals x plus x. So these dx and this x could cancel out, and what we are left with, 4 plus y equals x. So x minus y equals 4. So now that x minus y equals 4, so y definitely cannot be 0. So if y is 0, that would mean x equals 4. So y cannot be 0, therefore y is 5, and therefore x is 4 plus 5, and that equals 9. So hence our number is, so xx is 9, 9, and 4, and 9, and then 5. and therefore we don't need to find the number, but I just did it. We've gone so far, why not write down the number? So therefore, what is the value of x plus y? Of course, it's going to be 9 plus 5, and that equals 14. So the answer is 14.